Welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be running through the Gameweek 36 team selection, transfer plans and thoughts heading into this game week. If you missed the who to buy video for this game week, it'll be on screen at the end of the video, and if you'd like to follow my team and other content, don't forget to hit subscribe. Let's start with a quick look back at how Gameweek 35 went. 42 points, which wasn't enough to maintain rank, and it was a red arrow to 3.9k. COUTINHO was the transfer in who failed to register a return, but at least he has back-to-back doubles ahead, so let's hope for something in the coming weeks. The KANE captaincy over Salah was the right call though, although Kulusevski managed to score off the bench more points than Kane. It was another game week where Son owners came out on top while the non-owners struggled, so if you had Son then well played. Weghorst came off in the 59th minute, just 1 minute shy of a 2-pointer. Always a frustration to see a player come off in the 59th. Trent's benching was unexpected too, and Sai is bitterly disappointed off the bench with what looked like a reasonable fixture against Brighton heading in. It was another one of those weeks where Son was the difference. However, it's a double game week next, and the triple captainship is active, so let's have a look at how the team's shaping up for game week 36. In goal it's RAMSDALE. Arsenal have struggled for clean sheets and Tierney and Partey's absence. RAMSDALE's last clean sheet was back in game week 29. They faced Leeds at home, who are 16th for XG over the last 6, followed by Spurs, which is a big game and it's hard to see an Arsenal clean sheet in that game. There is the option to take him out for a hit for a keeper that doubles in 37-2, such as Pickford or Schmeichel, but for now the plan is to keep hold. Trent and Robertson have a double against Tottenham and Villa. Trent was rested in Liverpool's last league game, while Robertson started the last 9 league games in a row, plus another cup competitions. So there's a slight concern that Robertson misses a game with the FA Cup final after the Villa game too, but it's certainly not worth a transfer out. Klopp's got some big calls to make with the quadruple still on. Reece James is another one who's a slight concern for minutes, but despite that his ceiling's so high that I feel he's worth holding. Even if he only gets the Wolves game and then the final 2 home games, that's 3 games in total at home, and my gut feel is that there's a hole in there somewhere which I don't want to miss. This season James has an expected goal involvement of 6.76, which ranks 4th among all defenders, and especially impressive considering his limited minutes. That equates to an expected goal involvement every 227 minutes, which is better than the likes of Cancelo, Robertson and Alonso. The triple captainship is active and it's on Salah. It's been an upside down season for chip usage, which has worked in some game weeks and not in others. Once the season's over I hope to do a season review video on the good and the bad, the road to number 1 and also the lessons learned, etc. Interestingly, last night Salah revealed that his season target was 40 goals and around 15 assists. He followed up by saying he's hit the assist target already, so he needs to focus on the goals. He's currently on 30 goals in all competitions. There will be a fair few bench boosts active, so a strong game week from Salah would help negate that. Gordon gets the nod over Kulusevski for the games against Leicester and Watford. Everton will be buzzing after the huge win versus Chelsea and their bid to avoid relegation. Gordon has been excellent under Lampard and he carries goal threat and takes some set pieces for only 4.6 mil. If you're on a bench boost, he's a perfect enabler for any team. Saka gets the vice captaincy for the double against Leeds and Spurs. Arsenal are another side with everything to play for and they're still in with a good chance of top 4 if they can finish the season well, particularly the Spurs game. The last 5 North London derbies have averaged 3.2 goals per game. COUTINHO faces Burnley and Liverpool this game week. It's not a great double for Villa, but nonetheless it's still a double and we picked him up with one eye on the double in 37 too. His last return came in game week 28 and Villa finished the season against Man City, so there is the option to shift him on in the final game week. PUKKI's 1 goal away from matching his last Premier League season for goals and assists, with 10 goals and 3 assists currently. They'll be keen to put in a performance for the fans despite their relegation, and under Smith many players still have a lot to play for next season in his plans. West Ham haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 8 games, and over that run Leicester have only kept 1, so it's a fair double for PUKKI and there could be some goals there. Weghorst is in the plans to transfer out this week. Despite the double in 37 he can't be trusted for minutes or returns enough to keep him, more on that later. Kane completes the starting 11 for the double against Liverpool and Arsenal. It's worth noting that Liverpool had the highest expected goals conceded of the season in the reverse fixture against Spurs, a game where both Kane and Son recorded 4 big chance involvements. Kane's got a phenomenal record against Arsenal too, with 11 goals and 2 assists in 14 games, so it's historically a fixture he's always done well in. On the bench is Dubravka, Kulusevski, Saiss and Doherty. Realistically, it's a decision between starting Kulusevski or COUTINHO, who are tight on predicted points, with COUTINHO slightly ahead. The transfer plan this game week is Weghorst to Richarlison, which we can just barely afford. Richarlison is top for expected goal involvement among all forwards over the last 6, and he's top for predicted points among forwards in the next 2 game weeks. It does mean that we go into this double without any City players, which is a gamble. There's the option to sell James for Cancelo and start Kulusevski in a 3-5-2, but I feel James still has returns in him over the final 3 game weeks, particularly 37 and 38 with 2 home games. Another option is size to Laporte, but this blocks the option of getting Richarlison in Gameweek 37 unless taking a -4, and it also leaves much less flexibility in Gameweek 38. So as it stands, Richarlison comes in and potentially a role transfer in Gameweek 37 to make 2 strong moves to finish the season. As always, I'll post my final team on the channel and on Twitter and Instagram, links below where to follow. That wraps up today's video, thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let me know in the comments what your plan is for double Gameweek 36. See you soon for the next video.